Oh my gosh. Come on. Premature aging, hanging on for dear life. And what is this? A center for ants? In honor of the new film, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny coming out, today we are back at it, breaking down and reacting to all of the dramatic medical scenes and over-the-top injuries from Indiana Jones. Let's dive right in. Oh! Taking a massive tree branch to your head, one, it's got to be super dry because it snaps super easy, so it's old. You probably are going to get some sort of laceration or abrasion just from that. And then obviously you're going to get a concussion. Oh. And then he's punching him in the face. Indiana Jones has a chance of breaking his own hand, commonly a boxer's fracture. A fracture typically from punching something, and usually you get it on the 4th or the 5th metacarpal. Oh! Okay. If I fall on a bed of massive looking ants, I'm going to get up and keep my mouth closed. Fun fact, the most dangerous ant in the world is the bullet ant, and they say the stinger feels like you're getting hit by a bullet. Oh my gosh. Come on. Depending on where you are in the world, there are different types of insects and creatures that you do have to worry about. The emergency medicine physician that you see, say in Australia, knows different types of insects, reptiles, that cause different types of infections and illnesses versus the ones, say, in Southern California. Oh. I love the sound of Indiana Jones fight scenes because when you hit somebody, it doesn't sound like that. Oh, you got some blood coming out the face. The nose actually bleeds a lot, and he has a laceration injury to the bridge of the nose, and there's actually sometimes a small blood vessel that rides right there. You actually end up sewing it back. It's somebody's face. You actually want the best cosmetic repair, and typically sutures are that. Oh. The other thing you worry about when somebody gets punched in the face, basically a maxillary sinus fracture, but most of the time it's an infraorbital wall fracture, which is the wall below the eye, and that can fracture a lot. And the concern is that if you sneeze, the air can escape out of the sinus and go into the tissue and cause a lot of swelling. Oh geez, taking that fast of a propeller, it's massive. It's going so fast, it's just gonna rip right through somebody. Does this actually come into the emergency department? No, never. Never! You wouldn't be alive unless you're able to be pulled off that situation in seconds. Oh no! Wow. Because the blades aren't like knives, they're wider.
Pretty thick.
They actually cause more destruction of greater demand, greater surface area. If it does hit you, just the amount of force could cause cervical injuries, spinal injuries, and maybe even cause amputations. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I wanted to be there on set when they created these. Fire, obviously we've been through it before many times in this channel. There's first, second, third, and yes, there is 4th degree burns. Tissue is just melting and falling off, and the eyes turn white. The sclera is white, but inside of our eyeballs, typically clear fluid. What? Okay. If you get so hot, do you actually blow up? Again, not something that we see in the emergency department, not something that I am an expert on. Oh, I love it. You're hanging on there. It reminds me of the movie Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone. If you have a significant amount of good grip strength, you can hold on, but the concern also is your brachial plexus, which is a bunch of nerves that are running through your armpit that can be stretched out and cause numbness and irritation. Oh, ouch. Burning the palm of your hand. Your skin is a little bit thicker or more resilient on the palm versus the top of your hand. So it actually takes a lot of heat, but you can have a blister. Very rarely does anybody get a sunburn on their hand. Oh man. So as he's falling, he smacks his head on the rocks, falls greater than 3 times your height, but this one's significantly high and is gonna not make it when he hits the ground. As he's falling down, hitting the side of the cliff, maybe cause cervical dislocation, fracture, and severs the spinal cord. Oh, the holy grail.
Eternal life.
Imagine if you were in this room and you had a pick to get eternal life, but if you choose wrong, you die instantly. Would you do it? I wouldn't. Oh, geez. Oh. I think that's the opposite of eternal life. What are things that we, on a daily basis, could maybe avoid that would age us rapidly? Obviously, smoking. Also, drinking a significant amount of alcohol can age you. Your skin will age if it's out in the sun a lot. Whoa, the hair growth. I like that they use the hair growth to depict rapidly aging. Our hair grows over time. They say like, hey, does your hair grow when you die and your fingernails grow when you die? Typically, it has to do with the receding and the dehydration of the tissue around it that makes it appear that things are growing. Oh my gosh, okay. Woo, that guy did not age well. A lot of wrinkles, classically in the forehead. As you get older, you can lose subcutaneous fat, which gives you that appearance of the skin where it appears to be a little bit more sunken. Oh my gosh, the eyeballs going back. Your eyeballs wouldn't do that. Obviously, they would just stay right there. Gross. Oh, and he's turning into dust. We see people who get gangrene, kind of rotting of tissue, and it could actually be dry or wet gangrene. It's basically just rotting, nasty, dead flesh. I've seen people come in with rotting dead flesh that have maggots all over it, and the maggots are actually eating the dead flesh. It's a mess. You do have to be careful in these types of situations. Obviously not this situation, but if somebody has a flexion response, maybe even like a seizure, that they can't release their grip. Definitely kind of be aware of that. Almost like when somebody's electrocuted, you don't want to have somebody accidentally cut off your own airway. This depicts also the bones shattered, right?
They shatter.
As we get older, the density of our bones decreases, called osteopenia, basically osteoporosis. What those basically meaning is the bones are not strong enough, so you have an increased risk of fractures. And we see this a lot. We can actually see this on x-rays. Oh, got the fire. Always fire. Oh! Oh man, I forgot about that. Knife to the right side of the abdomen or a sword, puncture wounds. So you think, how low on the right side is it? Is it right in the middle? Does it hit your liver? The liver is protected by the ribs on that side, but it could potentially go through. You also have your gallbladder sitting right there, as well as your ascending colon, and then the kidney on the back side of that. That was awesome. I love Indiana Jones. Super cool. I haven't seen it in so many years. I've actually even been to the amusement parks that have Indiana Jones scenes, which are super cool. If you guys are fans of Indiana Jones, let me know in the comments. And make sure, as always, check out this playlist right here, binge watch everything, hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.